The man never expected that a strange X would mysteriously appear on his forehead. At that moment, he realized something was wrong. He quickly started washing it with water, but strangely, the X wouldn't come off no matter what. Even scarier, when he asked his wife if there was anything on his forehead, she said there was nothing there. Seeing he was about to be late for work, he had no choice but to cover his head and go to the office. But his co-workers also said they couldn't see anything on his forehead. This left the man very confused. Could it be that only he could see the X? However, when he got to the bathroom, he found the X had grown thicker and longer. After work, he asked his daughter if there was anything on his head, but she also said there was nothing there. To figure out what was going on, the next morning the man went to the hospital for a checkup. He focused on examining his head. After a thorough examination, the doctor said his body was perfectly fine, and there really was nothing on his forehead. So the doctor guessed that the X might be a hallucination caused by his recent stress. At first, the man didn't take the X seriously, but just as he was about to leave the hospital, he noticed a young guy in the elevator also had an X on his head. In an instant, the two were excited as if they'd found a kindred spirit. That night, they sat together drinking a little. The other guy said he ran a ramen shop. The X on his head had been there for months. It didn't affect his life at all, so he told the man not to worry about the X. But after 3 drinks, the ramen guy started talking about something from his childhood. He said one day his father also had an X appear on his head, and a few days later, his father died unexpectedly. Although the X sounded terrifying, neither of them dared think too deeply about it. They even encouraged each other that everything would be fine. Though the man seemed very optimistic on the outside, he went home scared and even stopped going to work. He stayed home all day trying to get the X off, but no matter what he tried, nothing worked. One day, a news report came on TV about a celebrity who had died. To his shock, the video of the celebrity's interview showed an X on his head too. Seeing this, the man panicked instantly. Could the X be a sign of impending death? It immediately reminded him of the ramen guy he met a few days ago, so he called the ramen guy. But who answered was the ramen guy's wife. Even worse, she said her husband had died in an accident 2 days ago. Learning that it was the day of his funeral, the man went to attend it. Strangely, the X on the ramen guy's head had disappeared. This meant the X really was a sign of death. Seeing his kind and caring wife and unmarried daughter, the man felt he owed them a lot, so he secretly bought life insurance, planning to use it as his final contribution to his family. In the following days, he lived each day like it was his last, because he never knew when an accident might strike. But even so, what was meant to happen, happened. One day, the man took the subway. He suddenly noticed an X on the head of a passenger across from him. Even scarier, everyone around had an X on their foreheads. He instantly realized something bad was about to happen on this subway. To prevent disaster, he shouted that the subway would derail, and told everyone to get off. But everyone thought he was crazy. Helpless, he got off the train. He wanted to tell the staff, but the staff had an X on their head too. Not only that, everyone on the platform had an X. The man ran out of the subway station terrified. Even on the street, people had an X on their heads. Realizing a major disaster was about to happen, he rushed home as fast as possible. He found his wife and daughter had an X too. Before he could react, an emergency news report came on TV. The anchor said a deadly virus had broken out in the city, and the virus had already covered half the city. Seeing an X on everyone in the TV, the man completely broke down. Looks like it's about to be total annihilation.